kinda like a tree. Smoke so much weed you wouldn't believe, and I get more ass than a toilet seat.
Hey, what's going on, guys? LILMUCK is here. Today we're going to be talking about updates number 23. Okay, I'm going to drop the act now. Hello, and everybody, and welcome to update number 23. Here we're going to be talking about... I don't even know. Why did I make this? Okay, I just remembered now. So yeah, few things happened in the span of this one from the other one. One thing is we now have the podcast running, which is the most goofiest name ever. I don't know if we're going to stick with it, but so far we're pretty much in the deep end. The podcast is now viewable on Spotify, isn't that right? I don't know really how far it's going to go. If I'm being completely honest, it seems like the fellas, as much as they enjoyed it, it's going to be quite hard to continue it due to everyone's scheduling and the fact that we have so many people that want to join in on it. So it's going to be pretty hard to be able to work everybody in, make sure everyone's included, make sure everyone's having fun, finding a game we all can play. There's just a lot of different factors to it. And for the most part, I mean, it was pretty fun already. Even though we only got 2 episodes in, with the first one kind of being not an actual one, it's still been pretty fun doing it. I hope we can keep going as long as we can, but so far, I don't think we're going to get too far with it. So if you do want to check it out, I think the first episode is alright. If you want a gist of how, well, actually, if you want a more funnier one, I think the pilot episode is pretty funny. Everyone's very energetic and enthusiastic. The first one is more of like a genuine, real take of what it will be like if we were to take everything seriously and be coherent. Yeah, so go check that out if you want to. Also, the first episode is a re-upload. I had to re-upload it because the other one was missing a humongous chunk of the end of it. So 8 minutes was cut out. That's why you might see one of my friends in the comments saying, hey, is this a re-upload? So yeah, I put that in the description and I made sure to reply to my homie in there and tell him that, yeah, we had to get that one back up. There was an issue. So besides that, we have a couple other things to talk about, I'm assuming. I probably should make a list. I keep forgetting to make a list of things to talk about when I'm on this thing. Definitely the gameplay in the background, if you couldn't tell, was something Leafy played. That's why I should probably talk about why the intro looks like that. The intro looks like that because I wanted to play this game, and I knew Leafy played it in one show. I was like, you know what, I think it'd be pretty funny if I changed the intro just for this. If I keep the intro, I might actually. I'm thinking about it because it is pretty clean, but I don't know if it really matches the style of these things. These things are not supposed to be professional, the updates. The updates are supposed to be cut and dry. But you never know, I might can add a little spruce. I like adding spruce things. The video I talked about in the last update, that was the big multiplayer one, was in fact the Among Us one that you see right here. There's a little card at the top right. Highly recommend watching it. I think it is definitely up there when it comes to the funniest squad videos, but most of the people in there are also in the podcast, so definitely go check that out. I think it was a good time. Pokey, on the other hand, barely had any lines in this one, and he got murked pretty fast because I had a ton of clips to put in there, a ton of recording footage, yada yada yada, but I couldn't fit all of it because it's 23 minutes, and subtitling anything longer than 20 or 10 minutes, anything longer than 10 minutes, it's aggravating. It takes a very long time when you're by yourself. You have to, for one, edit the entire thing, then you have to add the subtitling, which means you have to go frame by frame, making sure you hear everybody else properly, make sure you get each text synced up with what people are saying. It's a very complicated process. I'm not going to get too far into it, but also check that out. That's something I'm also going to put in the card at the top right, the podcast and the Among Us video. As for the videos I was talking about that were linked together, that were going to be uploaded simultaneously, that was, I mean, I'm still going to think about if I actually want to do it, because one of them are already done, like I was saying, but I'm still debating how I want to do this. But I'm going to say it now. I'm just going to name drop them. One was about Sonic Colors, and the other was about Sonic Unleashed. And it was pretty much saying, hey, this one's bad, this one's pretty good. I was thinking rather than just doing that and uploading them separately, I was thinking about maybe having a month where I just only weekly upload something about Sonic, or maybe every 3 days. I think that could be pretty funny. So I'm going to see what I can work with that. So yeah, there's that. Moving on to the next thing. It's actually a video that's practically almost done. It's rendered, it's already exported, I already made a thumbnail for it. The reason it isn't out yet is because it's a Pokemon video, and for one, you need some refinement nonetheless, but the thumbnail has Snorlax in it, and then I noticed a trend with a bunch of Arceus videos. A bunch of thumbnails have Snorlax in it, and the little red eyes glowing. I don't know if I want to put Snorlax in a thumbnail, but at the same time, I really don't want to have to redraw everything, because I actually drew a lot for it, that thumbnail. I drew a ton, because I drew the entire Among Us thumbnail, so I was like, hey, I want to draw something again for this. And I drew my character, and then I drew Snorlax. Then I cut my character out and just kept Snorlax, and then I checked everything around the RCS, see if my content pairs up with everything. And for the most part, that thumbnail was the only thing that a lot of people are kind of following the trend of. So I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to do there. But in all actuality, I'm just going to be lazy and just upload it anyway once I'm done refining it. I don't think I'm going to change anything. That's about everything, actually. Well, no, there isn't everything yet. So a couple other ideas I had were going alongside the Sonic Month thing, was talking about a bunch of projects that were made by people. Let me rephrase all of this. So for one of the Sonic Month videos, there was a bunch of games that I think would make great Sonic games, and I had wrote a list of like cool Sonic games, and the title was like "Say You're Higher This Man," and I listed something like Freedom Planet, Defunct, Spark the Electric Jester 2, and I was just gonna go through all those games and talk through them, kind of like what I did with Game Pass Drive-Thru. I always wanted to make a third one. In fact, I've tried making a third Game Pass Drive-Thru at least 5 different times, but the amount of talking I had to do in them, and the amount of editing, which isn't as much as the Among Us video, believe it or not, I still didn't feel like doing, so I never actually finished those Game Pass Drive-Thru videos. So yeah, that's 2 things right there. Something else I'm doing is I'm playing Metal Gear Rising currently. Very, very fun game. I don't know if I'm going to make a video on it, because I feel like the second I get an idea, everyone else got an idea. AKA Maxor uploaded a video the second I bought the game, right? The second I bought the game, Maxor comes in, uploads an entire Metal Gear Rising video that is going to be 100% more funnier than anything I upload. Something else I wanted to work on was, jumping on the bandwagon and dissing Security Breach. I don't think that's going to happen. Let's see what else we have here. VR videos, that was a thing. I got a Quest a long time ago, and I was thinking about buying some Quest games and recording them. The only issue with that is that I don't think my gaming laptop can handle recording, plus adding a whole bunch of voices in it. It's just a lot with it. You have to have very high specs in order to record VR stuff, and for the most part I can do it, but I've noticed a couple frame drops. And what sets this apart from a video like Gorn or LA Noir is that was on the PlayStation. That was PlayStation VR, so most of the hardware was being ran on the PlayStation, and I was just simply recording it. My laptop here would have to record, boot up the game for Quest, and then it would have to load Steam VR so we can import the Steam games onto the Quest. So I have to do a lot of working around when it comes to recording Steam VR games, which is annoying, to say the least. It is extremely annoying. Also, something I wanted to work on was laughing at Jump Force, because that server is about to go down, so I was thinking about, hey, what if I did Jump Force? That would be pretty funny. But nah, I don't know if I'm going to work on that one either. The last thing I was going to think about was actually kind of playing this game called Deep Woken, which is a Roblox game, and I was thinking about doing that, or also like talking about games on Roblox that are like genuinely good, like outside of AAA games, like some Roblox games are like really high quality and compare with AAA, some AAAs. Like I genuinely think that there are some good Roblox games out there, and I was gonna like make a video going over some ones that I think are like genuinely good that can be entertaining for a bunch of people. So that was one thing I was gonna work on, but yeah, that's just a list of ideas. Some of them are actually being done, some of them are never gonna see the light of day. But I just thought I'd speak my mind here, since why not? Why not? Who's gonna stop me? Who's gonna check me? There's no joke to end this video on. There is no joke. I don't even know what to say. Old outro.